Hey Fox, welcome to this session by Tpoint Tech. In this session, we are going to understand basics of Power BI and how to create a visual dashboard. We are the only coaching institute which focused on practical training, hands-on experience, and job supports. We are here not just to teach the tool, but give you hands-on experience. And this session is designed for students and for those key learners who wants to make a transition in the field of artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning. After completing this session, you're going to make your own dashboard. And before starting the session, I want to ask a single question to you. How many of you use Excel? And what is the pain part of using the Excel? Many of us say manual report, complex formula, and data is everywhere, but there is no insight. I'll agree to you. Then what is the solution? Solution is very simple, which is Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft Power BI is a business intelligence tool which is used to convert the raw data into a visual dashboard to a meaningful insight so that any CEO or any company organization can take a smarter decision and can increase their sales and revenue and profits. But why Power BI? Because Power BI is widely used in every industry, which is IT, healthcare, HR, logistic, e-commerce. Power BI is widely used. And you will be amazed to know that average salary of a Power BI developer in India is starting from 6 lakh per annum to the 12 lakh per annum. Now we will understand how Power BI can be used. So Power BI can be used as a Power BI as a mobile, Power BI as a service, Power BI as a desktop, or to the published report. Now we'll understand the core concepts of making a dashboard. Number one is getting the data, or data can be fetched from various sources like Excel file, CSV file, text file, or MySQL database. Number second step is transform the data, in which we transform the data to the Power Query editor, where we will apply the rule of cleaning, removing the non values, and make our data set clean. In the third step is modeling the data, in which we will make DEX query and make a relationship between the two tables. Number fourth step is making a dashboard, in which we will choose the chart and make our dashboard beautiful. Number fifth step is publish the report, in which we publish the report by using Power BI as a service to the stakeholders, CEO, or to the our company peoples. So in this five step, our dashboard is completed. Now we will go to the practical part, whatever we have learned theoretically. Now I will teach you practically how can make your fantastic dashboard. Before making a dashboard, you have to install the Power BI as a desktop from an authentic source. I will teach you how can you download the Power BI as a desktop from the authentic source. Now I'll open the Chrome store, in which I'll type Power BI as a desktop to the download button, and then I will click on this. The first link which is open is Power BI desktop from official. Now I will click on this link and I see that I have to select a language which is English, download, and I can click on this English button or whatever the language I want to download the Power BI, and then I will download the Power BI. As of now, I have a Power BI, so I will not download the Power BI, or I will take you that how you can make a fantastic dashboard. So I'm opening the Power BI, and now our Power BI software has opened, and here you can see that the blank report, 1 lakh catalog, Excel workbook, SQL server, learn with sample data, and get data from other sources. So you don't need to stress, and you have to check that whatever that I will do, you have to just copy, and you have to understand the core concept. How can we make a beautiful dashboard? Now, first of all, to make a dashboard, I have to click on this blank report. And when I click on this blank report, see the magic happens. Now you can see the interface of Power BI. Now here is the canvas part where you will apply the rules of making dashboard. It is visualization where all the graphs are present. It is the data panel, and it is the panel where you can see the table view, manage relationship or the model view, and you can write the text query as well as. Here you can see the home page where you will see the insert bar, modeling bar, view bar, optimize, and the help. And you can see all of the small things which is used to make your dashboard much more beautiful. Now, our first step that we learn theoretically, which is getting the data. Now, data can be present in Excel, CSV, or MySQL database. But here, my data is present in the Excel format. So, I will take the data or import the data from my local system file. So, I will click on this get the data bar, and I have seen that the Excel workbook is there. So, I will click on this Excel workbook, and then I will work on this data set. So I will click on complete Teco sales data 2. And when I click this and when I open it, now you will see that my data is coming here. Now you will see that, okay, on the navigator bar, it is showing that there are the three parts or there are the three files in my data set, which is sales data or state list and the supervisor. Now I have to work on the first two things, which is sales data and the state list. Now I will transform the data. Okay. Now after transforming the data, you can see the Power Query editor has opened. Now the second step is to clean the data set because it also contains the NaN values, and I have to remove the errors and make first row as a header. So I will check the sales data and the state list. So in the sales data, I will check about the data type. So first column is order number, and I have checked its data type is whole number, which is correct because the values are in the numerical format. In the second column, which is state code, where I can see Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, but they are in the text format and data type is text, which is correct. And in the third column, I have seen the values are in the text and data type is text, which is also correct. I have also checked my first row as a header. But the main issue that I can see is that there are a lot of null values there. Now, my main task, how can I clean the null values? So to remove the null values, I'm clicking on this button, and when I click on this button, this will happen out. Now I have to click on remove empty so that my all NaN values will be removed out. So clicking on this remove empty, and you can see all the null values has been removed. You can also see that whatever the steps but what I have applied are to be seen there on the source, navigator, promote headers, change type, and the filter rows. So these are the changes that I have made in my data set, and this is my data sets. This are the small files which are there, which is new source, enter data, manage parameters, properties, choose column, remove columns, and I can also split the column in the two parts. I can also apply the rule of group by, and I can also use my first row as a header, and I can also replace the value. You may know that in the Excel, by clicking Control F, you're going to replace the value. So here it is same, in which you can also replace the value, and you can merge the query, and you can also append the query, which is very easy. Now I'm coming to the state list, in which I can see that column 1 and column 2 and my first row is not header. So I'll click on that part, use first row as a header, and you can see that state is coming in a state part and state code is coming in a state code part, where state is Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Goa, Gujarat, etc. And on the state code part, which is Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, and you can also see that their both data type is text, which is correct. Now my most of the part is complete, but I'll also check that whether a column is extra or not. So quantity I want, sales I want, total sales I want, but this assign supervisor, I think that it is of no use because there is no data set of supervisor. So I'll click on that part. Now my step is to remove that column. So I have seen that there is an option of removing the column. So when I click on removing the column, my whole column is removed. So I'm clicking on this remove column, and you can see the magic, the column is removed totally. So this is the power of Power BI, where on one click you can do magical things and you can make your data set clean. Now I have to apply the changes whatever I have done. So I will click on that part close and apply. Okay, and I will click on close and apply, and my apply has been changed out, and I'm seeing that data is loading, the sales data and the state list. Okay, here you can see the visualization part in which you can add data to your visual, and second is you can format your report page. Here you can see the data part where my whole data set is present, which is the sales data or the state list. Here you can see like the report view, table view, and model view. And when you able to write the text query in the advanced version of Power BI, I'll go to teach you how you can write the text query. But today we are just at the beginning part, so we will not write the text query. And but you can see that how you can write the text query. And this is the Excel workbook, enter data, data verse, and the recent sources. Now, the fourth step is how can I make visualization? I have also make a relationship between the tables, which is in the model view. In the model view, you can see that my state list is related with the sales data, and they both are connected in a star format. And most of the time in the Power BI, you connect one table to the other with the help of star format. So you can see that Power BI is very intelligent tool. It automatically connect table 1 with the table 2. Now I'm going to show you what is report view and what is table view. So in the table view, you can see the data in the table format, and in the report format, you can make your dashboard. Now you have to choose which value you have to take to make the dashboard beautiful and to make a chart. Now I have a sales data, and I'm seeing the value like brands, category, cost, order date, order number, product quantity, sales, and total sales. And one of the main thing I'm seeing is total sales. Now I have to match a mapping between the total sale and other columns. Now I'm clicking on this visualization charts, and number one chart which I'm going to take is card, which is KPI card. So I'm clicking on this KPI card, and you can see that the KPI card has been coming. So before coming to the KPI card, I have to write down what is the name of my dashboard. So doing this, I'm clicking on the text box in which I have to write what name which I have to give to my dashboard. So I'm making large, and I'm giving the taco sales. You can make it much more creative, but I think that taco sales dashboard, I think it is very good to name out, and I can increase its size from 10 to 18, and I can bold it out, but I don't like its font, so I will change its fonts, and I will make Comic Sans MS, and I will decrease the total box size. Okay, now it is set. Okay, now you can see it is set out. Now my main step to make it presentable and make it its place where it looks good. So taco sales dashboard is there, and I will drop down there, and I will make this large, so it will looks like it is in the center. So it will looks like our taco sales text box is in the center part. No worry, I will make this font in the central part, and I will click on this, and now you can see that the taco sales dashboard comes on the center part. Now this is my the KPI card in which I have to apply some kind of visual rules. So I have selected the total sales. And what is the use of the KPI card? The use of KPI card is to show the single value, so that whenever any new person see the dashboard, he can interpret the data, and like he is able to understand from the single value, like the total sales, total revenue, total cost. Like these are the single value which is used to present the whole data set, and these are very important KPI cards which symbolize the whole data set or the whole company value. So if I show you my total sales there, you can see that the 99 million is the sum of my total sale, which means that total sale of all the products is the sum of my total sales, that whatever that my company is doing in a month wise, it is showing that the sum of the total sales here. So I will decrease its size because it is coming very large, and I will move down from that part to here part. But I don't like its color. So what I have to do is to change its color. So I will click on that part and I will go on general, in which I'll have see the effects. So I will click on this, and the background is white, but I will change the background, and I think that the light orange will looks good. So I will choose it, which is okay. Now the color is very good. Also you can change the background of your canvas. Okay, so I have some images which I'm going to change. So I'm going in the wallpaper and I'm going to browse it, at which image I have to keep in the canvas. So I'll click on that image because I think that it looks good. So, like you can also take any image of whatever you want. So I'm clicking on the open part, but it is not coming in the whole screen. So there is an option which I'm seeing, which is image fit, and I'm click on that and I'm going to fill it. Now you can see the change. Okay, but you have to shift your KPI card to that part and you have to drop it. Okay, now this is the first KPI card, but there are many KPI cards which can be made. So I'll make a second KPI card, which is I'm going to click on another KPI card, and you can see the KPI card is presented, right? And I will decrease its size to make it much more bold and much more beautiful and uniform over the whole canvas setting, which is essential because you have to make your dashboard and all the visual charts to make uniform across the whole canvas, to make it much more visualized and better, because our eye sees uniform, and the things which are not uniform are not looking good. So you have to click on this, and then I see that total cost is a very good KPI parameter which I have to show it. So I'll click on that part. Okay, but it is coming in the next part, so I will delete it and I will click on this KPI card. Sometimes it happens, and I will click on this card, and I will click on total cost. I will click on this total cost, and then you can see 76 million is the sum of my total cost. Now I have to apply the color to the new KPI card without changing from here. So there is a very beautiful method in the Power BI. You have to click there and you have to click on Format Painter, and then whatever you have to apply, you have to click there. You can see the change, the color is changed, or whatever property that the KPI card has will come to the second part. Okay, now I'll also want to make another KPI card, so I'll click on this part and I can see the third KPI card is also presented. Now I want to see number of products I have, so I will drag down and I will decrease its size, so you can see that all uniformity is maintained, and I will make this there, and then I'll see that the number of some of the quantity I have. So you can there, like you can see that I have 13,000 products in my inventory, but I also have to change the color. So I'll click on this KPI card, go to the format painter, click on that, and then I click on that part, and now you can see that color is changed. For uniformity I will place here. Okay, another thing is that I also wanted one more KPI card, because you have to make KPI card according to the size, and I think that 4 KPI card will looks good. So I will click on this KPI card button, and then you can see a new KPI card has come. Okay, so this is my new KPI card, and I have to decrease its size to maintain over the whole canvas. Okay, now my size is reduced. Now I will check how many transaction that my company has made. So I'll click on this order number. Okay, but you can see like this bar graph has come because you haven't clicked on that part. Now you will see that the order number. Okay, but it is showing the sum of order number. But I want a count of distinct transaction that my company has made. So I'll go there and I'll click right click, and then I'll see that the count distinct has been there. So I'm seeing that the 5095 transaction that my company has made. Also, I can change its text value by clicking on there, and I remove this, and I'm removing and I'm adding transaction part. Okay, now you can see that the transaction has come. Now I'll have to apply the format painter, and I will click there, go to the format painter, and I will click there. Now you can see my color has changed. Okay, this is what I want. Now I have long screen to do. Here I can use the bar graph, donut chart, and so many charts that I can make. Second thing is that I'll make some kind of bar chart to make it much more presentable. Okay, so I'll choose this kind of line chart first. Okay, so here this is the line chart, and second is I'll click on the total sale versus order date. Now I'm going to teach you why I have chosen this value, because I want that my total sales across each month. Here you can see year wise, quarter wise, month wise, and the day wise. Suppose your boss or your manager asks that what is my total sale in each month, in the month of May, June, July, August, what is my ratio of my total sale? So you have to choose total sale versus the order date. But I want to choose month wise, so I will cancel this year, quarter, and the day, and the remaining thing is left, which is my month wise, and I am making it large to make it much more presentable. And you can see this is my sum of my total sales. And now a beautiful insight is drawn from this chart is that from the month of the February to the month of June, the highest sale is done in the mid of the March. Okay, so which is very correct. In the month of March, every company make highest number of the sale. But now you can also see that from August to the end of October, the highest sale is coming off mid of Sep. After that, you can see your graphic is steep down, and there is very less sale between the month of July to the August, and when the February month comes to the mid of March, like after 17 to 30, you can see that like there's an increase in the sale. So you can predict, like in this part, when the February to the March part, when you apply some kind of campaigns, ads, your sales is increase. So you can see that the month wise sale from this graph. Now I will apply another chart and see insights which is coming. So a total sales is important, and I'll check my stack bar chart. Okay, and this is my stack bar chart, and I will present this bar chart here, and I'll click on total sales versus my category. So I want to see that which category has the highest number of lead, or which category is selling fast. So I've seen that monitor is selling very fast in comparison to the CPU, graphic cards, SD, and SSD. And monitor has make sales more than the 20 million. This is shocking. And you can see, but this is an insight, but this is a real insight from the messy data you have created. Okay, and after that you have to apply some changes. So this is the light orange part, and this is the blue part, but I'm also thinking if I can change the color. So I'll click on this, and I go to the format painter, and then I will click on this, see the changes. Okay, then it is coming into the light orange part. Also you can change its color, but I think that the orange is not looking so attractive, so I'll change its color.
I'll go there and I have to find that where I can change its color. Okay, so in the general part, I can change its color, and in the effects, in the color, I'll keep this to be uh, in the gray shade, which looks professional. Okay, now my second step or my the another step is to make more chart, make more visuals. Okay, to make to generate more insights, I have to create more and more charts to understand the data or to understand the how my company is growing in which part or it is depreciating in which part. So I'll click on this on on this cluster bar chart, and I'll check with the total sale against my brand. Okay, so I want to check which monitor or which company has made the highest sale. So I have checked that Intel has made the highest sale. So this is another insight. Okay, and this is a very good insight that Intel has made the highest sale in which month. In the March month, Intel has made a highest number of sale in comparison to the Nvidia, Dell, or Samsung. So I have to keep more and more Intel to make it more sellable, and I'm getting to know that what the people wants. So from this kind of insight or from this kind of dashboard, you are able to know that what people wants. So you will keep that product in your store, so it will be sell much more fastly, and you will generate profits and revenue. Now I'll create one more chart also, which is the pie chart, in which I'll click there and I'll click on the total sales versus my category. So you can see that the monitor category contains the 23 million, which is the 26.46 percentage over the whole things, over the whole total sale. The part is 23.46 million. Okay, now I will make it short. This is another insight. I will I'll also want to teach you tree map, which is a very good way to showing the insight. So I'll go on the tree map and I'll just control Z and I'll make a tree map and I'll click on this and my tree map has come. Now I'll click on this total sales. Now you will see the important magic, and I will click on the category and I'll click on this brand. Okay. Now you can see in the monitor, Dell is the highest and Acer is the highest, and in the CPU, Intel is the highest. Okay, here you can see that the Intel is highest, but in which category? In the category of the CPU. But if I talk about in the category of monitor, which product has made the highest number of sale? So you can see that in the monitor, Dell and the Acer has made the highest number of sale, and this is how we are able to read our data and dashboard, and we can generate the insight. And imagine then this kind of important insight, if you told to your company CEO or the manager, you will definitely get a hike or promotion. So make it much more uniform. I'll click on this and I'll click on that part. Okay, so you can see our first dashboard is completed. And this is the wow moment of your life, that first time you have created a very beautiful dashboard, and also you have generated the insight and understand the data, which is the part of a data scientist. Like in data science, we learn that how can we generate the insight and give meaningful insight and decision to stakeholders or to the CEO to increase our sales and the revenue. And by creating the dashboard in Power BI, we are able to understand that where is my company going and what is the profit, what is the loss, and which area I have to focus more. So this is the important part of in the journey of becoming data scientist, and this is the part where you can learn how to create a dashboard and insight. But this is the beginning part. There are a lot of charts, lot of query, which is we have to write down in Power BI to make it much more visual and to generate insight. In the next classes, I'm going to teach you how can you can make DEX query, which is another important part of Power BI. Like support, if someone asks you profit margin, then there is no profit margin here. Okay, now you have to write a DEX query here. But before writing the DEX query, you have to understand the rules of some calculate, sum x, whatever that you have learned in Excel. There are some changes in the rule, but this is not an easy part. And DEX query contains a lot of complex query which you need to learn to make your dashboard much more visualized. And this is the first beginning, and I like to congratulate you all that you have make very good successful attempt, and you can and you have make a dashboard. So by this side, I like to thank you all. And in the last, I want to say that at Tpoint Tech, we are the only coaching institute which focused on practical training, job support, and hands-on experience. And we are here not just to teach the tool, but give you job support with hands-on experience. And you are at the right step. And if you want to continue me on this journey, you can join me in making dashboard and learning Power BI and becoming a data scientist. So I am here with you to the whole class, and you will ask that why me? Because I have teach a thousand of students how to make Power BI and dashboard and how can make our life easy by using the Power BI. And I know that what are the pain point and struggle to become a data scientist. I'm also working in IT company in which I have a practical hands-on experience, so you can listen me out and you can understand what is right and what is wrong. In the market, everyone will teach you that what you have to do, but no one will teach you what you don't have to do. So in this course or in this session, this is the beginning part, and in the next upcoming class, you are able to understand what you don't have to do to become a very good data scientist. Okay, so I think that you enjoyed this session too much, and whatever you have any doubts, you can comments me on the comments box, and I'm ready to answer it. And thank you all. Have a good day. Goodbye.